Christian Bale for Vice.
This is Christian Bale's second win. Fourth nomination for Christian. He's winning his Golden Globe tonight for the role of Vice President Dick Cheney in Vice.
Oh, look at all of us. What a bunch of lucky buggers we are, right? To make a life out of doing something that we love, right? That's extraordinary. What do you think? Mitch McConnell next? That could be good, couldn't it? Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role. I've got to look at this.
Still enough innocent characters in the 90s fame game who were just themselves, good people, everybody loved them, and they fell into this life. And Michelle Thomas is that for me. You know, I never had an intimate relationship with Michelle. She really was like a big sister to me. And Michelle Thomas was a part of my confidence building. And she made herself a part of that. And then our relationship just kind of blossomed from there. And then she would see me having little dating issues. And yeah, she was determined to help me find the perfect girl for me. And she tried so hard, Michelle. So when the show went down, a lot of realities for a lot of us kicked in. And moving on as an actress, I think Michelle ran into some difficulty. And I remember even for a while she worked as a waitress, and she would work way out, like Palmdale, because she didn't want anybody in LA seeing her have to wait tables. And then obviously she got stomach cancer, and my mom really helped her tremendously as much as she could, but it was just too far along. And like I said, when you know somebody's full journey, what they fought for, what they didn't ask other people for, what they didn't burden other people for, and that big, just 34 teeth grin of hers, you just, anytime I mention Michelle Thomas, there's a certain amount of innocence. I'm just taken back to, you know, Michelle had a lot of opportunities to sell her soul to the devil, to start climbing a little faster. And she just wasn't that girl.
Welcome back. For believers, the battle with the devil comes in many forms, and it's waged on many front lines. We've seen the harrowing journeys of exorcism and deliverance ministry. We've taken a deeper look at the Amityville horror. Now, did the devil make you do it? Can an obsession with Satan wreck lives and drive people to kill? It was a gruesome crime. 15-year-old Elise Paler was lured into a grove of eucalyptus trees by 3 teenage boys in 1995. They bound her neck with a belt, stabbed her repeatedly, and then raped her. Her body might never have been found if one of them, Royce Casey, hadn't come forward. He said she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed virgin, and they were offering her as a sacrifice to the devil. The boys were part of a death metal band and thought that Satan could make their music better. Casey said it was an idea they'd gotten from Altar of Sacrifice, a song by the heavy metal band Slayer. Paler's parents filed suit against the band, trying to hold them partially responsible for their daughter's murder, a suit that was eventually thrown out. But for many believers, heavy metal remains inextricably tied to the devil, a kind of doorway or portal, like Ouija boards, witchcraft, or other occult practices that can invite the forces of darkness into a person's life. Dave Mustaine is one of the gods of metal, a founding member of Metallica and the founder and frontman for Megadeth. He says he has no doubt about the devil.
The greatest lie he's ever told was convincing people he doesn't exist. And you know, you see people, they think that he's like red. He's got a goatee and a ponytail and stuff like that. He doesn't. He's very beautiful. He's an angel. Why would he look like some monster? He's capable of looking just like you. He could be in this room right now. We wouldn't know it.
That's a scary thought.
It's a very scary thought.
Mustaine is currently on tour in Europe with what's called the Big Four, his current and former bands, plus Anthrax and Slayer. Are people right when they say that heavy metal music is infused with the power of the devil?
In some cases, yes, but not in all cases, because you've got great heavy metal bands that believe in God and glorify Him. We pray every night before we go on stage.
That sounds great.
For a 50-year-old man, it feels pretty damn good.
He shows me a chord progression called the tritone, also known as the devil's interval.
The devil's tritone is made up of these 3 notes, and this note right here drops down 1. So it goes. So listen to the difference. It just sounds evil, doesn't it?
It sounds darker. Which is why the progression is used so frequently in death metal. Mustaine says he is a Christian now, but wasn't always.
My mom was a Jehovah's Witness. I was brought up as a witness, and I revolted into the witchcraft because I hated going out and knocking on people's doors.
Yes, witchcraft. As a teenager, Mustaine says, he cast 2 hexes. The first was on a bully who sucker punched him.
From what I heard, he got in a car accident, and something happened to part of his body that I had targeted in the hex, and that showed me that it was real.
The second was on a girl he was in a class with.
Everybody wanted her, including me, but she was so out of my batting average and just totally out of my league. And I did it, and the next day she was in my apartment.
You were convinced that these hexes, spells that you were casting, worked.
I was, and I do believe in the dark side. Most people think that, you know, black magic and witchcraft and stuff like that isn't real or it doesn't work, and I know that it works.
Mustaine's fascination with the occult continued into his adulthood.
I was doing a lot of blood pacts with people. This is before we found out about AIDS. It was real simple stuff where you cut your thumb and you rub it with somebody else and you become blood brothers. I don't want to make a spiritual covenant and mixing my life with somebody else who I don't know who they are or how they are. The Bible said that blood is life.
And like so many people we have met, Mustaine believes that he opened the door to demonic forces, which had a profound impact on his life. Was your abuse of alcohol related to the satanic influences that you'd been dabbling in?
I'll say this. Every time I drank, I did not always do activities that were satanic, but any time I had been doing anything that was satanic, I had been drinking.
So
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. There was a relationship then.
Absolutely.
There are some songs Mustaine will no longer sing. Like Megadeth's cover of the Sex Pistols' Anarchy in the UK. And he says he believes he's better for it.
I think that I'm more dangerous now that I've become a Christian than I ever was before when I was trying to go the opposite route, because I'm armed with the truth now.
All right, peace, y'all. Peace. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody, you know what I'm saying, that subscribed to my channel, that liked, shared, and commented, you know what I mean, and voiced their opinions on, you know, my previous video. But I want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion for one second here. I want to talk about a few things in this video, but mainly I'm going to focus on Megan Thee Stallion. And then I'm going to get to the VAC. I'm going to just call it the VAC, all right? But I'm going to try to break down, get the 3 topics in this video as quick as possible, all right? Yeah, so Megan Thee Stallion, and this is no disrespect to her or her family. I like what Megan Thee Stallion does. I like when she you know, she really puts down the bars. Like when she really raps, she's very talented. But she's compromised by the industry. And we can't have that. All right? So we're going to break it down, man. And state the facts that, you know, she sold out, man. Just like the rest of these other artists out here, man. You know, these people get hungry and greedy, man, and they want more. It's just not enough for them. All right? So yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, her first hit single was recorded in 2018. Some of y'all be saying I say too much, but it's just the fact of the matter is I'm trying to spew all of my thoughts out through my voice recorder. All right, so there's nothing written down. I don't write nothing down. I'm just going off of what I know. All right. So she recorded her first single 2018, "Big Old Freak," right? I believe that was like towards the end of 2018 because she had a tape called Tina Snow. I think it was Tina Snow around that time, and the song "Big Old Freak" was released in January of 2019. All right. The song was good. I liked it. I liked the song. I liked the sample of the song. You know, she used what was that group called? Immature. She used the sample from Immature in that song, and you know, it was pretty good. It was good. But it debuted number 99 on the Billboard 100. Okay, which means that it barely made it. All right. So it barely made it to the Billboard 100. All right, so the song was like, ugh, it just got there. All right, so you know, this possibility that, you know, she wanted more. She wanted more out of her deal that she signed with I think it was 1501. The deal that she's currently stuck in. Okay, they forced and don't get it confused. Megan Thee Stallion is in a 360 contract with either 1501 and Rock Nation. She's definitely in the 360 deal. They probably own her for a certain amount of years. She's probably in a lifetime contract. This is what a lot of these artists fail to realize is that, okay, well, I don't plan on outliving my contract anyway, so I'm just gonna sign it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this is what happens a lot of times. This is why now, and I'm gonna get to the clip where she broke down that she didn't leave her label 1501. You know, the label that was screwing her over with her money before. She didn't leave it. She was in the process of renegotiating. But we're gonna get to that soon. So, you know, the song "Big Old Freak" dropped in January. It wasn't doing no numbers. It probably wasn't selling. She probably sold about 5,000 copies of that song around that time. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I believe her management or whoever she signed to had put the bug in her ear to, you know, kind of tell her, listen, if you want this to speed up, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You know, this is how it usually works. You know, when you sign, like I told you, when you sign to these independent companies, it's usually them that bring these offers to you. Your manager, your agent, your stylist. You know, you don't just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to sell my soul to the devil and I'm going to be famous tomorrow. Nah, it don't work like that. There's practices that have to be done. There's rituals that have to be done. And Megan Thee Stallion participated in these rituals. Okay, and she's gonna have to pay for these consequences when God comes to judge her. You know, sad to say, but this is a fact of the matter that, you know, a lot of y'all want to be entertainers and don't know the repercussions that come behind this. You know, and I don't want to stay off topic too much, but you know, when I was dabbling with these dark practices and things of that nature, that was a guilty conscience. That was a guilty situation that I dealt with on a regular. It's like, man, if all of this is coming true, right? You know, it must be. I'm doomed. You know what I'm saying? And this is why these entertainers are constantly hooked on drugs, or, you know, they're doing all kind of things to keep themselves in a higher mind frame. So back to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so the song drops right in January. Barely makes the Billboard 100. You know, someone comes to her and says, "Hey, we need to do. You might have to make some sacrifices in order for this thing to pick up." She, you know, maybe she brought it to them. In March 2019, Meg loses her mom and her grandmother. Okay, in the same month.
Hey hotties, this is like my 500th time trying to make this video without getting super emotional, but here we go. This year I lost my mom and my grandmother in the same month, and although all these positive things have been happening to me, and I've been trying to do good, I've been trying to keep a smile on my face, you know, trying to stay strong, trying to stay happy for me and my other grandmother and the rest of my family. It's pretty rough, it's pretty hard. This is the first Christmas that I'm ever gonna spend without them. And I just wanted to give some hope to my hotties that might be going through something too. I just wanted to spread some positivity, tell y'all to stay positive, stay kind through your hard times, because the pain doesn't last forever. Just, you know, try not to get in a dark place. You know, just always try to be kind to others, because you never know what they're going through.
All right, so you know, this is real here, man. This is real here, and people don't understand that. In order for you to progress in the industry, okay, because you can get in the industry, like I said before, you can get in the industry. It's not hard to get in the industry, but the thing is do you want to become a platinum selling artist? And if so, you're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to pick one or the other, one door, okay? You're going to have to choose one or the other door. If you're down with this, if you're not down with this, you're going to have to be down with this. Okay, this is how they operate. The specific reason on why I believe that these rituals are done is to gain your trust, is for them to be able to trust you. Like Jay-Z said, okay, in the song on the Dynasty album, he said, "It's a secret society. All we ask is trust."
It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust.
All right. So they want to be able to trust you, okay, with their secrets and what they do behind closed doors, which is practice dark magic by Aleister Crowley. Okay, Aleister Crowley is their god in the music world. All right, every single artist that comes in the industry is taught these practices. All right, they're taught these practices, and if they're not abiding by these practices, they'll lose their life. Okay, they will die. Because off the simple fact is we can't trust you telling other people our business. All right. Some of you all in my comments say, "Oh, Jay, be careful." I'm not worried about that. I'm a child of God. They can't touch me. All right. They can't touch me. I'm a child of God. Whatever God produces, they will not be able to touch. I'm here to open people's eyes. All right. So Megan loses her mom and her grandmother in March of 2019, just 2 months after her song Big Old Freak is released. But guess what happens? Now all of a sudden Big Old Freak is number 5 on the charts now. It climbs up to the charts, okay? Till eventually becomes number 1 on the charts. All right? So here's this is what I'm saying, yeah, like, you know, it's to the point where, and sad to say, you know, people do these things because what they have is never enough. It's a greed thing, okay? It's, you know, and I'm gonna break down something, which is very important here. All right, you know, Megan Thee Stallion came. You know, her mom was a rapper before, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I let her explain everything in this interview she did on Power 105.
And start out as a rapper. How did you get into this rap game?
So my mom was a rapper, and like every day after school, And when she would get off work, I would see her in her room writing and stuff. And then she would be like going to the studio, and I'll be in the little waiting room. And I'm pretty sure she thought I was in there doing like little kid stuff, but I'll be like listening at the door, like, oh, okay, yeah. And I really thought it was normal. I kind of low key thought everybody mama was doing that. So
Everybody mama was rapping.
yeah, I didn't know. So like, I don't know, it was just normal. So I would eventually like start stealing her CDs with like all her instrumentals on there, and like start sneaking and writing. And then she'll be like asking like, have you seen my CDs? And I'll be like, no. Like, and then like eventually when I graduated from high school, I was like, I can rap. And she was like, no, you can't. And I was like, yeah, I can. She was like, let me hear you. So I started rapping, and she was like, oh my God, like
you can rap.
Yeah,
you
she
remember
was
the first verse you spit for?
I really don't remember what I was saying, but I remember I rapped over like the I'm Different beat by 2 Chainz.
Okay.
And she was like, oh shit. Like, so then ever since then, like, I don't think she still even took me seriously then. So I started going to the studio on my own. And so when she knew I was at the studio by myself and stuff, she was like, oh, hell no, I'm going to manage you. And
how long did it take for you to I don't want to say pop, but to actually pop? Because it seems like on the outside world, it seems like it was fast. It seems like it was a little rumbling and then it was gone.
I feel like I'm still getting there. Like, I don't feel like I'm just like, I don't feel like I've like popped.
How many
like,
platinum singles you got already?
3.
I mean,
no, you got the right attitude.
That's true,
Cause
but
they don't really count it till you put out a debut album.
Right. Somebody go find out.
When did you know that you was about to be out of here? Just as far as achieving the levels that you've achieved. I know there has to be some point when you were like, damn, this really like happening the way that I wanted to. Was there a moment that you were like, damn, look at me, I'm on this tour, or I got this person?
Yeah, when I did my first tour with me and Future, when I even got the offer, I was like, damn, they know me. They want me to go on tour with them. So I just felt like, I felt super like lit. I was like, oh wow. Like sometimes I don't. It surprises me who knows me. Like, and I think highly of Meek and Future. So I'm like, oh wow, like that's crazy that y'all want me to come on tour with y'all.
Did Beyonce know you before all this too? Because I see y'all in pictures.
I don't know when she found out about me, but I was so happy when I met her. Like, I couldn't believe it. They invited us to their home on New Year's.
The Carters.
Yes, the Carters.
What that house look like?
It was crazy. It damn near looked like a museum. Like, but when Jay had invited me to the house for the party, I told my whole team, I was like, okay, y'all, look, I got a show today, but we got to make sure that I make it to this party on time. Like, I don't want to fuck up. Right. This is my first time meeting Beyonce. I want to do it right. So, literally, my stylist brought because it was a pajama party, too. He brought my outfit to my show super late. So the GPS, I remember just looking at the GPS and it said we was going to be there in 7 minutes. It was already damn near 12. I was in the car, I was about to cry. And I was like, you made me miss Beyonce party. I fucking hate you. Like, we literally ran in their house at 11:59. And then everybody's like, whoa. And I was like, oh my God, we made it. I couldn't believe it.
The Carters had a pajama party for New Year's Eve?
Yeah. But everybody, of course, everybody's pajamas were like super nice.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really shocked. Like, I
don't get invited. Was it a sleepover?
No, it wasn't a sleepover, but I don't know why I was pajamas. But it was really nice though. Yeah. But I was so pissed because he brought me like these old fancy ass pajamas and I didn't even wear the fancy ones.
Hold on, give us a little inside peek of that Illuminati life. Now, who was at this party?
Goodness gracious.
I don't know nothing about the Illuminati. It really be born.
Okay, so you heard the clip there. She learned a lot from her mom, okay, as far as with doing music. All right, so this was her influence, and this is why people have to be careful of people that are overly ambitious. She wanted to, and I don't know her personal relationship with her and her moms, but apparently she wanted to outshine her mom. And she did so. And she did that. She looked at it as, well, my mom never made it, but I'm going to make it. And, it's a sad situation, man. We don't know what happened previously with her mom's situation. Maybe her mom was offered a record deal and declined the record deal because of the things that go on in the industry. Okay? And this happens a lot of times where people are presented with opportunities and some people have morals and respect for themselves and will not go down certain paths. So when you say to somebody, oh, you just bitter because you didn't make it in the industry, you don't know what what was presented to that person in order for them not to take that path. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody gets a chance to shine out here, but it's just that some people are not willing to do what others are willing to do. You know, so we have to take that into consideration here. All right, so yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, and on top of that, Larry Johnson, previously who played for the Kansas City Chiefs, confirms that she sacrificed her moms and her grandma for fortune and fame. All right, and believe me, Larry Johnson would know. He would know. All right, he would know what goes on in this entertainment industry, because why? He's a part of entertainment, or should I say, was a part of entertainment. So, a viewer of mine, gave me the idea to do this video. Don't get it twisted. I read all the comments. All right. So, and they told me about Megan Thee Stallion, the Crybaby video featuring the baby. Okay. This is some sick mess here. This video is disgusting. All right. This is a disgusting video that's being portrayed to your children on a daily basis. Okay. And my problem is that here's the thing. Why, if YouTube has community guidelines, right? With certain things that shouldn't be projected to children, how is this video acceptable? Okay, they have toys involved. I'm just gonna break it down because it's sickening. This is sickening here. All right, so the video starts off with a transvestite. Okay, transvestite standing here holding two dolls with the word toys in the back of it. But there's something that maybe y'all could figure out here. I don't know who this person is or what they do or where they came from. I don't know. But this individual has the letters, seems to be JLJ or TLJ in their hair, which has nothing to do with the song or the video. It has nothing to do with anything. I don't know what these letters stand for. I tried to Google it. I tried to look it up. I tried to define what it meant. To no avail, nothing came up. Okay, but this individual, this person here, thing, whatever you want to call it, has these letters braided into his head. Okay, while he's playing with toys. Okay, so this is to gain your children's trust. All right. Because this is not being projected to you. If you're 25 and older, this video is not for you. Okay, you have to remember that. This video is not meant for you. If you're 25 and older, you may hear this song on the radio, but this song is not for you. This is for 25 and younger. Okay? They know who they're attracting. They know what they're doing with this. All right? So the tranny is holding two dolls playing with toys in the toy store, okay, with the letters JLJ or TLJ imprinted in its head. I don't know what that means, but it's there. Okay, so now as you see, duality is much needed in this video. Now, I want y'all to understand something. This and some of you may know this, some of you may not know. When you see an artist have the pigtails in their hair or the bows in their hair, this is to represent MK Ultra. Okay, the duality, the chessboard is here used as well to insinuate MK Ultra. Okay, now MK Ultra is very real. It's very real. These artists that are part of this go through a deep trance moment where they consider it hypnosis. I explained this in a video of mine where I broke down the part of hypnosis that is put into these artists, okay, without them knowing it. You know, sometimes they're not even aware that they're a part of this. Okay, when someone becomes hypnotized, they don't have to give consent to become hypnotized. Okay, which is the reason why Notorious B.I.G. song "Hypnotized" became a hit. Right? I don't like that song, to be honest with you. I can't stand that song. But there is a cadence in that song that causes hypnotism to the listener, okay? And it has nothing to do with the beat. It has nothing to do with what Biggie's saying, but it's the hook, it's the chorus. So you have to be very careful. But I don't want to stray away from what I'm talking about. So you see the duality chessboard here, you know what I'm saying? Same old, with the pentagram. It says crybaby here, but that's a pentagram, all right? Or some may call it a hexagram or hexagon, whatever you want to call it. But if you pay attention, at the top there's 5 points. That's 5 points. All right, so that's technically the Baphomet in front of your face, but you don't see it though. You get what I'm saying? You don't see that. All right, so you got to pay attention when it says. You see where it says "cry baby"? All right, that's technically the Baphomet sign. All right, but you don't. Like I said, you don't see it though. Okay, so now you see the baby here, right? But I want y'all to pay attention to this clip here. If you notice, to the right hand side of the video, there's a moon and clouds. Okay, which can symbolize as above, so below. Okay, they have the moon in the middle with the cloud on top and the cloud on the bottom. Now, this is one thing, but this is also to tell you that they're practicing black magic and witchcraft. All right. If you notice that the cloud and the moon was placed there by the director. There's no images behind those lights to reflect that. It's not like it's a neon light to reflect that. That image was placed there. Okay. If you know, a lot of people that are into black magic and witchcraft, they use the moon. The moon symbolizes when spells are casted and when spells are done. Okay, you have the waxing moon, you have the waning moon, and you have the full moon. All right. This is why they put these images here to inform those. Okay, to inform those that this is what they're into. This is what they're into. Okay. It's technology, man. You know what I'm saying? And the children are embracing this because they say, "Oh, it's lights. Oh, lights. It's to get your children's attention, man. You know? Okay, now this scene right here is I don't even have words for this right here. This is pure disgust. Okay? But there's so many symbolization in this. This is unbelievable, man. All right, so I'm gonna get to it though. All right, so you got here 3 circles. Okay, 3 circles here, which some of you may know. This symbolizes 666. All right, the 3 circles symbolize 666, and then they have another 3 circles down here at the bottom, which down the line of the video, one of the circles will be missing, but they'll keep that there for later in later issues. We will talk about that. In the right hand side, they have the Statue of Liberty, which represents freedom. Okay, some of you know what the torch means. Why the Statue of Liberty is holding the torch. I'm not gonna get into that. That's too much. But you got the pyramids here. Which pyramids? There's pyramids inside of the pyramids. Like, come on, man. You got the chessboard here. You know what I'm saying? Black and yellow chessboard here. I mean, like, why is that even needed in the video? Like, why? Why is that even needed? And the director is an asshole for putting this in here, projecting this to children. See, don't get mad at the artist. Get mad at the director. Okay? The artist is the dummy that approves this crap. Okay? Because they're all slime balls. Okay? Then you got Meg Thee Stallion down here, right? With the Crash Dummy suit on. Okay? Which means she's willing to do anything. A Crash Dummy will do anything. You can put a Crash Dummy in a car and drive it in 200 miles an hour into a wall. Okay? They're willing to do it. It has no soul. A Crash Dummy has no soul. It has no feelings. It has no emotions. A dummy has no feelings or emotions. This is why she's dressed like this. Okay? And then you pay attention. Her hands are placed on the yellow squares and her feet are on the black squares. This is strategically done. This is strategically done. Okay? And there's 3 circles. Like I said, the 3 circles which represent 666, Lucifer. It's in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? But I read the comments on these videos and people just don't get it. People don't get it. I don't know how old these people are that are watching these videos, but they don't get it. Okay, so remember when I told you about the 2 ponytails, the 2 pigtails in the hair? Okay, this represents MK Ultra. All right. When you see artists wearing their hair with this, and she has the 2 barrettes in her hair, which symbolizes MK Ultra. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse were the first characters that represented this MK Ultra thing. Okay. Everyone knows that mice or rats don't have ears like that. Okay, I live in New York. I never seen a rat with ears that big. Okay, so this is the proof to you that MK Ultra. This is a sign of the butterfly monarch. All right, do your research on what the butterfly monarch is. I'm not gonna sit here and explain it to you if you don't know. Okay, but this is what she's a part of. She's a part of this group here, and they are projecting this to children. Okay, and as she looks up in the sky, putting her hands in a motion as if she's crying, to represent, which symbolizes her sympathy. Okay, I'm sorry for what I did, but there's no forgiveness for what you've done, Miss Lady. Okay, there's no forgiveness for what you've done, and she's making a joke about it when she's doing it. Wham, wham, wham. Okay, so take that into consideration there. Okay, so now you see here, there's a sign in the back that says balloons, and then you see the 3 sixes again, held on a tripod, which seems to be a triangular object back there. But if you look to the right side, that car behind that car there seems to be a demon. That looks like as if it's a demon. Okay? Yeah, I don't know why that's there, but yeah, it's in the video. Okay? Okay, and then you see here, she's in the car with the baby as she throws up the Baphomet sign. Okay, she's throwing up the Baphomet sign to let you know that she's a part of this group. Alright, they both are. Her and the baby. They both in it. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care. You know, as long as they getting paid, they don't care. Alright? It's about having more money and power to them. Okay? Okay, so now here, you see the imagery. Like I said, they got the imagery there on the TV in this scene. Okay? And the moon there. So they minimized it so maybe you wouldn't catch it. You're focusing on her, but subconsciously, it's there. Okay? Subconsciously, it's there. Remember what I told y'all about the roses? She's got roses spray painted in her hair, roses on her bathing suit. Okay? This is all planned. All right, this is all planned. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. It's really disgusting watching this. I'm trying to hurry up and finish. Okay, then it cuts back to the transvestite again. Okay, so then it comes back to the transvestite again. I'm so glad that this video is over with. I really am. All right, so it's safe to say that Megan Thee Stallion took the oath. Okay, I tried to run through that video as quickly as possible. I just couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't. I couldn't do too much of that. It was making me nauseous. But yeah, it's safe to say that she's a part of that organization. Okay, and she was willing to do what she had to do to make it big. All right. Next, I want to talk about Pfizer. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Pfizer. And now I've been seeing clips on the internet of people putting magnets to their arm after they gotten the Pfizer. Okay. Now a friend of mine that works in the medical department, she gives Pfizers on a daily basis. Okay, so I called her one day and I asked her, I said, hey, I got to ask you a question. I've been seeing videos online about people putting magnets to their arm. What's actually in that? Okay, and she said to me, hey, I can't really talk about it over the phone. Let's meet up for lunch. So I went and met up with her and we talked about this Pfizer thing. Okay, I'm not gonna say the V word because I know that my video will get flagged, and I want you guys to get this information. But she informed me that this chemical that is placed in your body after you get the Pfizer, right? This is some Illuminati shit. She said it just like that. She said it's some Illuminati stuff. She said 10 years from now, it's not a GPS. She said it's not a GPS. It's more so a radar. It's a chemical-based radar that forms into metal once it's injected into your arm. Okay, and this is a radar. So when you go 10 years from now or 5 years from now, when you go onto a plane, right, all they'll be able to do is scan your arm and say, oh, okay, you got it. Okay, so it's not GPS. It's some of you may call it the mark of the beast, but Pfizer is the first company to introduce this, and sooner or later, Moderna and any other company that will provide these things will join along. Okay, so it's technically an RFID chip. Okay, it's technically an RFID chip, which does not track you with GPS. It's a radar, okay? Now, I'm not going to give out this woman's name because this is a good, really good friend of mine, and I don't want her to get in trouble. And she watches my videos as well. So respectfully, I won't say your name. But she said she gave me her graces till I could talk about it on this video, and I wanted to inform you guys that when you get that Pfizer, okay, when you get that in your arm, all right, it's not GPS. It's more so a radar that's going to detect in the near future that you've been, you've gotten it, okay, you've gotten it. And what they're gonna have is they're gonna have a scanner to put to your arm for them to be able to tell that you've gotten it. And the other companies that are giving out these things, all right, they're also going to join the wagon as well. But Pfizer was the first company to introduce this. All right. So for those of you out there that got that thing in your arm, okay, you're now part of I Am Legend. You know that movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend? You're now artificial intelligence. And I don't mean to scare you, but you just put a device in your body, okay? And some people can have it removed. If you want it removed, you can have it removed, I believe. But they give you a hard time about having it removed. So, with that being said, I want you guys to be safe and be careful. And also, remember, the last chapter in the Bible, the book of Revelations, was 22. We're in 21 right now. So safe it up, be good with God. We know that all of these things are transpiring because the apocalypse is near. When I spoke about Agenda 21, there are going to be a lot of things happening in a couple of months that are going to go over your head. They are now forcing every U.S. citizen to get this thing in them. Okay, so you guys have to be careful. It's in the book. It's in the book of Revelations. All of those, and we've been threatened by the president. Okay, by the current president. If we don't get this, there will be no tolerance for those that don't. Okay, so this is the time where we need to become closer with God and understand that they don't have our best well-being at hand. All right, so I hope everybody's has a safe and blessed day. All right, and I'm getting 100% better with my knee, so I'm gonna start uploading more. And I thank you guys for being patient with me, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of those good things. I thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate it for the 70,000 subs, man. And yeah, man. Salute to all my people on Patreon and everybody that cash apps me, Young Grump. Everybody that cash apps me, man. You know what I mean? Peace.